can you eat to make it clear? It's your host Rob Lowe bringing y'all season 6, episode 35 of Facts and Stats. This is another Humble Yourself segment with Merrique Handmade, Miss Denise. How you doing today?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Y'all can see it look good in here. I wish I could smell through that camera. It smells so good in here. It's so much going on. We got handmade candles here.
Yeah.
Tell us about yourself. Tell us about how you started the business and where it is to this day.
Okay. So my name is Denise Merrique, and I came up with Merrique Handmade and started in August of 2019. Part of it was for me to embrace my Caribbean roots. I was born and raised in Trinidad and Tobago, and growing up we did a lot of handmade, kind of everything from scratch around the house with my mom especially. And part of this was paying homage to just what I learned knowing her over these years. And as I grew up, I made a lot of things. Went from hair oils when I went on my natural hair journey, and that's actually where I started, with body butters, hair oils, and everything like that in my kitchen in Gaithersburg. And a while into that, I kind of realized I like making candles more. So started off with soy wax, and since then I have led and upgraded into the coconut wax. But some of the things that I still keep on hand is like the body butters and the beard oils. Those were here from the beginning, so a good 3 years in right now. It was also a way, like I said, when I went on my natural hair journey, so that I could get my own hair care products, all natural, avoid anything that I thought might have been damaging. And it was an affordable way to have like a self-care routine via my hair and making it myself, so I knew what was included in it.
That's a fascinating story right there. What's even more fascinating is, I'm sorry, I don't mean to reach across you.
That's right.
What's up, D? I didn't even say how you doing.
How you doing, sir? I'm doing good, man. It's just bringing childhood memories, right? So, me and my mother, one thing we got in common is candles. We love our candles. But one thing we beef about is, I need to know this question. Can you keep a candle on all night?
No. Usually when I do my burn test, especially, the maximum burn time is about 4 hours. After that, okay, it becomes a little bit more dangerous.
Gotcha.
And then some of the things that I also include when you get the candles would be candle care and like warnings. So you have to cut your wick every time to kind of reduce the soot. Using coconut wax also reduces the soot. And like I said, only about a 4-hour burn time maximum. At a time.
Gotcha. Alright.
Now you heard it from the candle, and I call you the candle master.
Sure.
Alright, cool. Cause I'm wondering, you got to be the candle master for this. This is
Pumpkin spice latte.
the pumpkin spice. What inspired this? How you get to this? I want to know.
So every year, everybody goes crazy for that pumpkin spice latte from that coffee shop. And one year I was like, you know what? I want to make a pumpkin spice. And then I sat down, came up with some colors, even made the mold. So this is actually wax too, so that burns all the way through.
I thought that was the wick at first.
No.
Okay.
That's wax.
Okay.
So I made my own mold, and then you could whip wax. So you whip it and you pipe it just like you would a cake, honestly.
Okay, so I want to get to this edible that I see over here. You know what I'm saying? Yo, your boy Coach D here, man, with another one. Listen, Merrique Handmade is doing something special for the fellas, man. It's doing something special for the fellas. If your confidence not all the way there, and you just need a little push, a little extra sign to get you over, Big Dick Energy Body Butter. Yes, sir. Come and get a Merrique Handmade. Is it an edible? Is it a soap?
It's definitely a soap.
How can you break this down for us?
So this is a loofah soap. Inside it has the little loofah slice, and then on the bottom part is a goat milk soap. And we put just a little bit of soap coloring in it, but on top here it's a glycerin soap, so you can see through it, and it's kind of a tropical smell too. So this one I call Take the Vacation.
Okay, and how long will this last you for?
You could probably get through 3 weeks if you shower every day. It really depends on how often you take that shower and if you get your feet,
Yeah, if I don't take no bites of it, I got it.
For sure. OT, that's next level. I was trying to hold that in for because I wanted you to explain that, but that's next level right there. For you to incorporate that, because everybody need to be clean, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody necessarily, you know what I'm saying, put the steps together. So you kind of just did everything in one, like, here, just use this, and you good. Make it real simple. And you
Same
made
thing for
it.
the pumpkin spice sugar scrub right here.
Okay.
It's a little bit of sugar scrub in there. You just take a little bit. It suds right up. Smells just like the candle actually. And you come out nice and moisturized too, because I use a little bit of the coffee butter and coffee oil in that, and that gives it a nice luxurious soft kind of feel when it goes on.
So I want to get to the beard oil. Cause me and my mother, I love talking to my mother, as you can see, right? Mm-hmm. So she was beefing about me. Was like, you gotta find some beard oil. You gotta shine up that beard a little bit more. I'm like, Mom, I'm trying. Go to Walmart. They get bumps. I get bumps on my face. I don't like the beard oil. So can you please break your beard down oil? I mean, your beard oil down for us.
Before you do that, Miss Denise, can I be a model? Cause I actually copped some beard oil from you at the show. You know what I'm saying? On Friday, I got it in. You know what I'm saying? If I can get a nice zoom in.
Oh, I see the shine.
If I gotta, can I?
Y'all see the difference?
Sparkles. You can still talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just your model.
Cheers. There we go.
Okay.
Good model. So it's eucalyptus leaves infused in the beard oil. And I brought together these different oils so that it could have kind of like an anti-inflammatory property. So it's supposed to help you with those ingrowns, help you with the bumps and everything. It has vitamin E in it. My beard oils, my body butters too, it usually has at least 1% of vitamin E in it. We have lanolin, eucalyptus, jojoba oil as well, and fractionated coconut oil, sesame seed oil. It's a lot of different oils in there that's supposed to add shine. It's supposed to kind of tame your beard if it's like really scraggly and dry. And like I said, definitely is going to help you with those ingrowns and bumps.
I need to make an order today.
Yes?
I need to make an order today.
And so, I want to know and understand, how you set up. Because you got an interesting setup here for us, right? And you go on the road to do shows, and you also have a space. Is that like is that a suite or is that a storefront? The address, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the Apollo, so that one is the mailing address. If you're nearby in Maryland, we could schedule pickups near there. But it's not where you could just show up and visit. I go to different pop-ups. We go to the pop-up at Waldorf. We're also going to be at the pop-up on Thursday. What's the location's name again? I think it's called Thor, I believe?
Yeah, Thor.
Let me spell that.
The Night Vibe, right?
The Night Vibes with Good News Threads, and going to be at Toro Bar on 14th Street in Washington, D.C. on Thursday night. So when I do my setups, I kind of want to have the men's section, so like the beard oils and closer to men fragrances on one side. I have my soaps grouped together, and we kind of group it by item. And then I also kind of want to make it look a little bit more beautiful. So, we kind of match up the taller candles with the lower candles. Like I said, those are the apothecary jars. They're 16 ounce, 10 ounce. And then I have my status, which is a more cylindrical shape. It's a 9 ounce and a 15 ounce. And, we just kind of like merge it throughout the table. Not just shit sitting on a shelf so that, okay, it's just all these candles in one area. They all look the same. But kind of like mix it up, draw your eye, and kind of like take you on a journey through it.
That makes 100% sense.
Alright, man, I want to get to the biggest thing on this table.
All right.
Let's go.
Big dick energy, man. Let's get to it. Let's get into it. I need this body. I need this body right. This body butter right here. You see that name? Everybody needs his body on. So
That's a fave.
yes, please.
So BDE, Big Dick Energy, is one of the fragrances that I have. I know I go to the pop-ups and they're like, where's the men's stuff? Where's the men's stuff? So like I said, we had to get the men involved.
Gotcha.
So this...
We spend money too.
Exactly. This is 97% natural. It's shea butter, coconut oil, a little bit of arrowroot powder, which kind of helps with texture. They say it also helps with reducing the greasiness of it. But if you buy a body butter, you are literally buying you're buying butter and oil. I don't know how much reduction in oil you want, but it helps a little bit. And the fragrance. So it's a 3% fragrance load. That's the maximum I do. It goes for normal skin. So if we're going babies, we go 1% fragrance load, 2% fragrance load for sensitive skin, and then 3% was the maximum. So this is not really for sensitive skin, but because if you're not like overly sensitive to the fragrance, it's perfect for your skin because it's all natural outside of that.
Gotcha.
And like I said, shea butter, definitely anti-inflammatory, for those with eczema or anything like that. And I also have a body butter, which is not pictured here, but it's all 100% natural. It has lavender oil in it, it has rosemary and eucalyptus and jojoba, and that one is for anybody who has eczema or anything like that that needs that extra kind of a soft butter that, touches the skin and soothes the soul.
I feel you on that. So
I see why it's called BDE.
There you go. There you go. Got the soul. So I feel like you talked about, the different type of waxes that you can put into the candles and your journey. I feel like we need to touch on actually the process of making the candle, because you say you do it by hand.
Yes.
And you also have taught a class on it, correct? Have you?
Yes.
Give us a little bit about that.
So they're small batch candles. So I started off in my kitchen in Gaithersburg, and what we did was just the double boil method on the stove. And I did kind of upgrade since then. So a double boil method is what I usually use to melt the waxes or the butters when I'm putting them in. And you basically have like a hot water bath. So you have 2 bowls or the pot and the bowl, and you put the bowl at the bottom with about 1/3 water. And then you have the bowl on top with the butters and oils and whatever you're melting. And you just let the steam raise up from the boiling water underneath and heat that up to gently melt it so that it doesn't destroy the nutritional value of whatever you're melting.
Oh, wow.
And that also helps because when you heat up the wax, depending on the type of wax you use, it's usually probably about 175 to 200 degrees that you'll melt it to, and then you add your fragrance. And I know there are a lot of things online that say, oh yeah, you just take an unscented candle from the Dollar Tree and you melt that and you throw some fragrance in it. But candle making, it's a science and an art. So when you willy-nilly add fragrance like that, fragrance is flammable. It's not really safe. So I would suggest you try to figure out, like, at least know what type of wax you're using so you can know your fragrance load, and that way you know if you put in 5%, some waxes go to 12%, some waxes can only take 10%. You don't want to just throw fragrances and things willy-nilly. So so that's part of the process right there. You mix it in after you drop your wax to a certain temperature when you take it from the flame, and you pour it in. Each wick is designed for a certain flame throw.
I'm gonna need you to write this down.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Each wick is designed for a certain flame throw, so don't just throw random wicks in there. That's why some candles tunnel down the middle, because it's not a big enough wick to expand that heat in order to burn all the way across the top. So you have to know your wick size to go with the width of the container, and then when you do your first burn, you, like I said, cut your wick to 1/4 of an inch, and then the first burn is like the training burn. So you always let like the whole pool expand all the way across the top before you end it. And then after that, like I say, anytime you want to burn, you could burn it up to 4 hours maximum.
Alright, well, I mean, it seemed like you know everything you need to know, but you still need to come get a class from Miss Denise, because she broke that down so beautifully. D, is that a good close for you?
Yo, hey, I know Mother's Day was a few months ago, but listen, August the 25th, we still celebrating our ladies. Come down to the Harley. You know we're going to be down there with Open Market. It's going to be a hell of a time. Ladies Night, August 25th, 2001 11th Street, Northwest Washington, D.C. We're going to have a hell of a lineup. You know, Logan going to be there, Daisy, Mirage Stoner, Juan Marley, Galaxy. We're going to have the whole setup down there. So pull up, man. Second floor, $20 for the guys. Can I can ask one more? You want like Mount Rushmore on my top 3.
Okay.
I'm gonna remix this, right? Because I see you got the body oil, you got the soaps, you got the bed oil, you got the sprays. Which is your top 3 items to make?
I really love making the candles. I love my coconut wax. I think it looks a little bit crisper compared to the soy wax that looks a little bit more off-white. So I really like that clear label and you can see right through to the candle look. That's my top favorite. Actually, the pumpkin spice latte, I only do that seasonally. So that is available right now on my Etsy shop. And it's going to be available throughout Christmas. And then it won't come back again until next year. So I like using it myself too. So, and my body butter, I actually use my own body butter a lot. I'm currently experimenting with some different fragrances and colors, especially like the multi-colors, so that we could do like the little rainbow colors and cotton candy fragrances, bright, fun colors like that. So while I experiment with that, I'm using it myself. I test everything on my own body before I put it out there. I don't have a beard, but I definitely slap some beard. You know, I at least, you know, I have my own soap. I use my own soap too. So everything I test myself, like I say, to make sure that I won't break out with my sensitive and temperamental skin first. And then I, you know, start packaging it and putting it out there.
I love that.
Yeah.
And I'm over here thinking like we supposed to close it out with a question, but really, is there anything that you want to let the people know that you haven't let them know so far?
I guess, you know, you could find me on Merrique. My store is Merrique Handmade on Etsy. I'm working on getting my website out there. It's not out yet, so everything would be running through Merrique Handmade. And you can also find me on Instagram, merrique.handmade. And Merrique is spelled MERRIQUE. That's it.
Can you do one more thing for me?
What's that?
In the camera and say Merrique, peace.
Merrique, peace.
Hey! Appreciate it.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
That was sweet.
Yes.
Yeah, that was sweet.
That was lovely.